Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, that might be a little loud. Hello. Well, that might be a little quiet, maybe. Hi. It back. Hey. Hello. Sound is good. Nice. Hi, 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 hi. So, how you been? How are things? Are they good? I mean, I see you all the time. We hang out all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been anywhere. I've been right here. Yup. Yup, I've been right here. I didn't go nowhere. Did I upgrade my model? No, this is the one I've had. I've had this one for a couple years now. If you've seen the model that Rev uses of me on his stream occasionally, it's my like older one. So I always tell him if he's gonna use it, he needs to get this model like loaded up because this one looks so much better. How am I doing since the affair? Oh, I've made it through. Somehow I've made it through. It's been hard, you know. It's been quite difficult, you know, but I'm making it through. No, that was so silly. If you guys didn't know, for context is so good. Rev told Banana Juju happy birthday, and there were some people on Reddit that were like, oh my gosh, Rev is having an affair with Banana Juju. It's the fruits, you know, what can I say? Strawberries, bananas. It is bananas. No, it was just funny. So we were kind of making fun of it. So if you saw that on Twitter or Rev's video, I think Juju might have talked about it as well on stream, and I think some other people did too. Everyone was just kind of making fun of it because it was just so ridiculous. It was just so silly. But yeah. Hello! First of all, thank you for the resub, by the way, from New York. Thank you. And Crazy Punman with the 5, saying a chicken in Jamaica became notorious for its bad mouth, rude, and unreasonable behavior, so the locals decided to call it the jerk chicken. I could go for some jerk chicken right now. I'm kind of hungry. Me and Rev are supposed to get dinner together, and he said I can pick wherever we want to go. But I don't know. I don't know where I want to go. What kind of food do I want, chat? What kind of food do I want? Like, do I want like American food? Do I want like Chinese food? Yeah, Juju's married too, from my understanding. Uram with the 50. Ayo, 07's in the chat. Hi Strawby, I'm glad to see you streaming again. I wonder how you've been. Not counting your appearance on Rev streams, of course. What do you have for us today? I was thinking today we could just do some chatting. I've missed you guys. I've been taking care of some things in my own life and spending a lot of time with family. And just honestly been really, really busy and haven't been able to stream because I've been so busy. But I have been able to make it onto Rev streams like occasionally and stay for a little while, which has been nice. So if you ever watch his streams, you might see me on there occasionally. I'll pop in here and there. But yeah, I've missed streaming. I want to try and make more of an effort to dedicate at least like I would love to do one stream a week at least. I mean, obviously I would like to do more than that, but I just have a lot going on in my life right now, and so it's just kind of hard to devote more time. to it than that, but I would really like to like devote like 1 day a week to do some kind of stream. I can't promise that right this second, but I would say coming up in the foreseeable future, I think I could devote like a day, not a full day, but like part of a day to streaming, to try and commit at least 1 day a week to it. Would be really nice. And then of course if I wanted to and could do more than that, I could, but maybe like have like a set time and day so everyone knows as well. Because even like today, I didn't really give anyone a heads up because honestly I wasn't sure I was gonna stream today, but I had an opportunity. My days have been really busy, but I had an opportunity today and I was like, I really want to stream and I really only have like a little bit of time today to stream, so I was like, I'm just gonna take it. So I'm here and I'm taking it, and I wanted to hang out with you because I've missed you guys. And yeah, I thought about like we could talk about some stuff. I mean, I'm not opposed to talking about like some current things going on, but I don't have anything like set up really. I just figured we could chat. Cause it's been so long anyways. It's like we have a lot I feel like we could catch up and talk about. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm here for the good vibes. That's what I have for you today. I have good vibes for you. And I have my Alani cherry slush, which I usually don't drink energy drinks because they're not good for you. And I get nervous about like my heart, which is so stupid. Well, it's not stupid, but I get nervous about things like that, but then I'll go and have like a Big Mac. Actually, I don't even eat Big Macs very much. I had the first Big Mac that I had ever had in like 3 years the other day. So that's just on top of my head. But do you know what I mean? Like I think about things like this. I'm like, oh, energy drinks are so bad for you. And then I go have McDonald's. McDonald's is not good for me. I guess a more accurate thing would be like a biscuit. I eat biscuits way more often than I would have a Big Mac. Like biscuits are not good for you. They're not. Especially like a McDonald's biscuit. There's no way anything in that is real or good for you. It tastes good though. It's good for the heart, but not the physical heart, the like metaphorical heart. It's bad for the physical heart. Anytime I have a sausage biscuit, I think of my papa. God rest his soul. Because he would pick me up from school when I was like in high school especially, and back then McDonald's served all day breakfast, and I would always be like hungry after school, and I'd want like an after school like snack meal, whatever, and a lot of times we would either go to a gas station and get a hot dog and like a soda fountain drink, because they'd have like the get a hot dog and a drink for like, I don't know, like $2, or we'd go through McDonald's and get like all day breakfast and I'd get a sausage biscuit. And then we'd pull over and we'd park usually at the thrift store or a pawn shop, because that's where we'd always go. We'd always go to thrift stores and pawn shops together, and we'd park outside of it and we'd eat in his truck, or the car if he brought the car, and then we'd go in and shop. So it always makes me think of him anytime I get one, or if I get a hot dog from a gas station, I think about him. Which, not everyone likes hot dogs from gas stations, but I think they're really good. Have you guys ever had a gas station hot dog? Just saying, like when they're on the roller, that roller thing. I don't know. Something about a gas station, like a roller hot dog. It hits different, chat. Cameron, thank you so much for the 2. Great to see you back. I hope you're well. I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some of this. I've had a lot going on. A lot of good stuff. Some stuff that like I kind of want to share, but I don't know if it's the time. But hopefully eventually it'll be a good time and I can share some stuff with you guys. But just know that I'm doing good and I'm happy. But I am sad that I haven't been streaming more. Because, I don't know. I guess the main thing is I don't want you guys to think that I don't want to stream. Know that I do want to stream. I just haven't been able to stream. I feel like, and maybe I shouldn't care so much, but I think it's normal to care because like I do care about you guys. And I fear that some of my audience might think that I don't like streaming anymore, or that I don't want to stream anymore, but I just want you to know that's not the case. I've just had a lot going on in my life that has kind of kept me from being able to stream more, which, you know, it's not been bad things at all. And I do think I'm taking kind of like a turn in my life a bit to where maybe streaming is not gonna be, I mean, it's definitely not gonna be like my #1 priority anymore, but I still want to stream and I still enjoy streaming, so yeah. No, I never said that, Lockdown. I haven't said that anywhere. But yeah, so I'm happy. I'm happy. But I'm happy to be streaming today, so it's a good time. Oh, you're fine. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I thought, like I said, I thought about talking about, there's so much going on the internet though. Like the conversations happening right now are big conversations that are kind of like low-key. I mean, I've talked a little bit about certain things, but there are certain things where I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk about this. Like, it's exhausting, you know? My tweet earlier popped off. Hold on, let me look at it. Let's see where it's at now. I was like joking. I'm not joking, but I'm just joking. Because I was like, because things are just crazy, you know? And I was like, okay. I was like joking where I was like, okay, I've had enough. You can take our rights away now. That was a joke. You know, it was a joke. I don't actually want my rights taken away. I know that's crazy to you guys. The straw would want to keep her rights. It was a joke, but like, I mean, yeah, things are crazy. But, and then there are people in my comments that are like, well, I'm not joking. I want to take your rights. I'm like, okay. You can have that feeling. But I'm joking though. Yeah, like hyperbole, like, okay, I'm getting tired of it. This is crazy. Punching Poet with the 5. Thank you. She's back. Strawb is back. It is I. We are so glad to see you again. Hope you and Rev are doing good too. Are the daily devotionals coming back? I should do more daily devotionals again, shouldn't I? I don't know if I can dedicate for them being every day because I've just had a lot going on. But I do want to do more of those. I've restarted, I restarted the Bible in a Year podcast. Oh my goodness, which has been really good so far. I'm just in the very beginning of it. But yeah, because I was doing, what was the other one called? The other one was, hold on, let me look it up. It was Bible in a Year, but it wasn't with Father Mike Schmitz. It was the woman. What is her name? Ooh, my foot. I'm trying to like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce and it's probably a mistake. Oh, what is the other one called? Dude. The Bible Recap. Yes, thank you. The Bible Recap with Tara Lee Cobble. I did a lot of that one. I didn't finish it. I read through Genesis with her. You read like the first half of Genesis, then you read through Job. I did that. I did all of Job. Then you read the rest of Genesis. I did that. And then I read the first part of Exodus. And then separately, I read all the Gospels and got into Acts. And I read all of Esther. So I kind of jumped around a bit, and then obviously like just jumped around sometimes in general, like with Psalms and things like that. But I wanted to restart it because I kind of had a big break from doing the Bible recap, and I wanted to start the Bible in a Year with Father Mike Schmitz, and it's like the Ascension Press, I believe is what it's called. So yeah, it's been good so far. Also, I like it because with the Bible recap, Tara-Leigh Cobble doesn't read you the Bible, which not that I necessarily need them to read it to me, because like I do think it's good to also read it yourself, but it is nice to have someone read it to you as well, like have the option to have them read it to you, which I like because Father Mike, he reads it to you in the audio, and then at the end of the clip he kind of like breaks down like what he read to you. So if you're someone who likes to have things read to you sometimes, it's a nice thing to have, you know? It's nice. Sometimes you so I mean, it's just the truth. Sometimes you just don't feel like reading, and sometimes you just want to be read to. That's okay. And yeah, you can also read along. He tells you the translation he's using, and you can also always read along with a different translation. It might be slightly different words sometimes, but you can still read along with a different translation. Or you can look it up online. Look with the 20, thank you. Have you started the church membership class? I'm becoming a member at my church this coming Sunday. People find it weird, but awesome that I credit my return to church to watching Christian VTubers like you and others. So if the first class officially starts, let me see my calendar, very soon. So I haven't started, I've already signed up, but the classes haven't technically started yet. They start, I think, like this coming week, or like next week. So yeah, I'm excited. I've actually already been to some classes, but they weren't, so like the way they do OCIA at our parish, like I don't know if all parishes are the same. I mean, I assume they kind of are, but like our deacon, I spoke to one of the deacons, and he had said even though this like group had already been doing OCIA, and so I wasn't gonna join their group because this group was almost finished. But he said like I could go and like see how it is. So I've been to a couple of those classes, but that wasn't like my official class. Does that make sense? Like I visited classes already, but they weren't my official classes. They were just classes that I was allowed to go and visit, because the deacon was like, you can go to all the classes you want to go to, but your official classes for like your group, like where you register, wasn't gonna be until this fall. So yeah, but I've been to a few classes just to see how it was, and it was nice. And honestly, I'm really hoping that I can make some friends, because I didn't really make friends in those classes because I'm kind of shy in person, and they all kind of were already friends because they had been there for a while. But it was like all people my age pretty much. There were a few older people, but there were a lot of people in their like, I would say like mid to late 20s. There were a lot of people around my age in there. And I don't know, it was just nice, because I will say like when I go to mass, like I don't know, there's not a ton of young, I mean there are more young people for sure, but like there's also a lot of older people, and like the people that I usually sit near are pretty older, but all the OCIA people sit like in a specific section, but a lot of them are like younger. And so yeah, I don't know, I'm hoping that in the new OCIA classes, like whenever it's like my official class and the people that I go through it with, I'm hoping that maybe I can make some friends, because I really haven't made any friends at church. And I don't know if it's, I feel like I don't want to blame it being a Catholic church, because I know it's also me, because I haven't like really did the work on my part to like reach out to people. I will say when I was going to like the Baptist churches, I was doing Sunday school classes, and those were very much I don't know, like I guess because they don't have Sunday school classes at the Catholic Church, or at least like to my knowledge they don't, and so I feel like that's what's prevented me from making more friends, is because they have other classes, but it's like other days of the week, and I just haven't went, to be honest. And maybe it's just because like Sunday school classes were easy. It's probably bad that I'm saying it was easier, but it was like easier because like, oh, I'm already getting up for church. You just get there like an hour or so earlier, and I go to Sunday school first and like make friends there. But like having to remember like, oh, let's say like one of the days is like Thursday afternoon. It's like, okay, having to remember that it's Thursday afternoon and going a separate day. It's actually not that hard. I'm just a bad person, I guess. I feel bad making excuses, but like that is the truth, you know what I mean? It just was easier to me whenever it was earlier, like right before church on Sundays. But yeah, I don't know, but yeah, hopefully the OCIA I make friends. That would be nice. You're still trying to get yourself into OCIA? Does your parish like have a form you can sign up or something online? You may have answered this already, but is Rev attending with you? Oh no, he actually, I mean, I guess technically he could if he wanted to. Like, anyone's allowed to come from the conversation that I had with the deacon. And he also said, like, even if I went through all of OCIA and I still wasn't ready to officially join, like, I could do it again. I could do it as many times as I wanted to. Which is nice. Like, there's just like no pressure, basically, from the way he was talking to me. He was like, there's just no pressure. He was like, obviously we want you to be 100% committed and sure that you'd want to join before you did join. But anyways, no, Rev is not doing it because he's actually already confirmed in the church and everything. So he doesn't have to do it. He was actually raised Catholic and already did like all of his sacraments and things like that. So if you guys didn't know, I never knew that for a long time. I mean, I did like eventually when we were together, but in the very, very beginning when I met him, I didn't know that his family was Catholic, but it was more of like a cultural Catholic. Like, his family doesn't go to mass and things, like not even really for holidays, they don't. But like growing up, they were Catholic and they went and they did like he went to like the Catholic, I guess like classes. I don't know. It's not OCIA, I don't think, for kids, but he did it like when you're a teenager and stuff. Like, he was baptized as a baby, he did all the things, and so yeah, he has all of that already, so he doesn't have to do it. Although I will say, I don't want to say he was poorly catechized. I always butcher that word, because I don't think it was so much that he was, I mean, I don't know. It was also a long time ago, so he might have just forgotten a lot of things, and also he was young, so maybe he wasn't really paying attention a lot. But like, there are certain things that I feel like I will learn that I will teach him. So maybe he should come. No. Speak of the devil. No, not the devil. Speak of the angel.
Hello, chat.
I was talking about OCIA. I said I'm starting it up like next week.
Very excited for you.
And someone asked if you were going, and I was like, actually, you don't have
I'm
to.
already confirmed.
I know, but I was saying, cause like, I was saying.
Go to some.
Well, yeah, cause I was just saying, like, I feel like because you did it all so long ago, it's
yeah,
like.
Interesting.
And you were like a kid too, so I feel like maybe you weren't always fully paying attention, because it wasn't something that was like super important. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like it wasn't like you didn't like it, but I feel like you were a kid. It wasn't like you were like, yes.
In high school, I was there to hang out with friends, and that was also something my parents.
They didn't push you to do it, but they didn't force you, but they like heavily.
It was very popular when I went to high school.
Yeah.
It was probably like a third of my class.
Which is like not the case where I'm from.
It's not normal.
In the South, people are not Catholic. Like, if anything, there was like one girl at my high school that I knew that was Catholic. I was actually friends with her, and everyone thought it was weird. But like, it's also a thing in the South, unfortunately, especially like in like small towns where everyone's like non-denominational or like Baptist, and everyone thinks Catholics like worship Satan. And like, they're like Catholics. Like, when my family found out I was going to mass, they were like, my mom asked me, she was like, do you still believe in Jesus? I was like, Mom, they're like They're like sort of the OGs of believing in Jesus. But
My voice sounds deeper. Might be the mic.
it might be the mic, yeah. I don't know.
It's a
Some
little more
people
chill.
some people say you sound not deep, not deep, but like I don't know, because you sound more you're more relaxed. Now you're finally at the right part. Oh, you're watching stream with delay. Hello. But yeah, not that he wasn't like interested, but just because also so long ago, like I remember when we were going to mass, I forget, it was like months ago. It was when we first started going, and because you said that you would always take the Eucharist like without going to confession all the time because you just like didn't realize that that was like a thing. And then also about
It was more like
the
last time
fasting.
I confessed.
It was a long
Pretty
time.
much the last time I went to church.
Well, yeah, so that was a long time ago. And then, so he didn't realize that because every time he would go to mass in between then, like years and years ago when we weren't actually going to church, he would just take it because he didn't realize he wasn't supposed to. Like if you had not been to confession since you had a mortal sin. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And then also the whole, the fasting thing, like an hour before, he didn't know that either, which I didn't know until I Googled it, and then I found out, and then we both found out together. And I'm sure there's probably many other things that we both don't know that I will learn, and then he will learn, and we will learn together.
Anyways,
So-
just wanted to pop in and say hello.
Hello.
I'm so glad you're streaming again.
Thank you.
Bye, chat.
He's gonna go, well, you already finished your work, so you're just hanging, you're just,
Kind of prepping for stream.
he's gonna stream, so. Yeah, you can get more of him on his stream later, because I know he didn't stream this weekend. We were really busy this weekend. We had family come and visit, which was awesome. My grandma, my Nana came. That was super great. So yeah, we were just really busy, so he didn't do a Saturday or a Sunday showdown. Well, he thought about streaming yesterday, but I was like, please don't stream it Sunday. I want us to have our day, because we talked about a while ago that we were gonna try and take Sundays off. And there's been a few days here and there where he has did some work because like things were hectic, and he wants to have something done on Sunday, like usually like a video prepped for Sunday. But there have been some days where like he wasn't able to get it done, and so I know he still wanted it done, so I'd say okay, just go do it. But I try not to be too pushy about it because I want it to be his decision ultimately. Like I don't want to be like, you can't work. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be his decision, but I do like having just like one day of the week where he doesn't work. Also because I feel like he needs that. Like as much as I know he enjoys working and he likes making videos and he likes streaming, obviously, I feel like everyone needs a break. Even if you enjoy what you do, it's good to have at least one day of the week where you're not really working and you're not at your computer all day. I mean, I'll encourage him to like play his video games for a little while on Sundays because like I think it's good to, you know, enjoy his hobbies and things like that. But as far as like actual work goes, I would prefer if there wasn't like work on Sundays, you know? So we can just go to mass and maybe get some food, or I can cook and we can just like hang out, you know? That's nice. I'm trying to see. I feel like chat. Hold on. I was trying to catch up with chat. It like reloaded or something. Oh, there we go. A+ wife encouraging hobbies. Thank you. Yeah, I saw a video earlier. Sometimes I'm watching like TikToks and stuff, or like Instagram reels. Usually more so on TikTok. I'll be watching, I'll be like scrolling, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm not in the right place. Like, you know, if something will pop up on your feed and it's like not what you usually like get on your feed, it's like the opposite of what you get on your feed. And I'm like, how did I end up here? But it was a video of a girl, and she was talking about like, and she was married too, so I don't even understand really why she was talking about this. But she was talking about like all the things that she would never want in a husband. But she was married. And I think she was divorced, or at least she had an ex or something, because she kept bringing up the ex. But then at the end of the video, or towards the end of the video, she was like, well, I am married though, and I grilled my husband to make sure that he didn't, like, none of these were him. But like one of them was like, he can't play video games. She was like, he can't play video games. Something. It's just like, you know, he can't play video games. It's honestly so unattractive to see a grown man. She was like, especially a grown man with kids play video games. And I'm just like, he can't play them at all. And then in the comments, there was someone that was like, so they were like, how you feel about video games is how I feel about a man who watches anime. I was like, what? I'm trying to think of what else she said. She was like, he can't play video games. He can't, he has to have other male friends that push him to be a good person. She was like, if he had no friends, that's a red flag. Or if he doesn't want to hang out with his guy friends that are like good guy friends, which, like, what is that? What does good guy friends mean? I'm like, And then what was the other one? It was, I don't know, it was crazy. But I was like, what's wrong with a guy who, like, don't get me wrong. If you are someone who wants to play video games from the moment you get up until the moment you go to bed, and you stay up all night doing it, and you lose your job, and you can't support your family, or like you get home from work, and the moment you get home from work, you are glued to your computer playing video games all night, and you don't spend time with your wife, you don't spend time with your kids. I understand that being an issue, obviously. And like, maybe she had a situation like that in the past where there was someone who had like an unhealthy obsession with video games. And so now she's like, men can't play them at all. But it's just like, that's like someone telling me I can't watch TV. Like, it's like if a guy was like, or I guess I should say like my husband, he was like, you can't watch movies, or you can't watch TV, you can't watch YouTube. Because like, I don't really play a lot of video games. Like, you guys know I'm not a huge gamer, but I like to watch movies and like TV shows and like things like that. Like, and I like to watch YouTube. And it's like, if someone was like, no, you can't like movies. Like, I could watch a movie every single day. We really haven't been doing it lately because we've been super busy, but like, we were going to the movies like at least once. We were going to the movie theater like once a week, and then like there were many nights where like pretty much every night of the week we would watch a movie together. Like, it's like our nighttime activity, like, or, well, we haven't been doing that because we've been watching a TV show. We've been binge watching Never Have I Ever on Netflix, which is very good. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. Some of you probably wouldn't like it. It's a little woke in some parts, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a good show. I don't care. I'll get over it. I'll get over the woke part. Also, I think a lot of it, to be fair, in my opinion, is making fun of a lot of the woke stuff, even though it is, but then some of it's not making fun of it. But regardless, I think it's a good show. I've really enjoyed it. Overall, I think it's fun. So, we've been binge watching that, which has been fun. So yeah, I recommend. It's on Netflix. But yeah, Hello Kitty Island Adventure is a fun game. I have a copy now. That was nice. I just like, I don't know, I'm not on my computer very much. I was turning my computer on to stream today, and I couldn't find the button on my like actual like PC. And I told Rev, I was like, have I not streamed for so long that I don't even know how to turn my computer on anymore? Because I haven't really been at my computer besides when I stream. Like, I don't, like my desktop. I don't really come, like my desktop, in my head, in my opinion, is for streaming. I've used my laptop a few times, but like, I don't really get on my computer. Some of you guys would probably be shocked about that, because some of you guys are probably on your computer a lot, which is fair. Because I used to be on my computer a lot, but lately I'm just not. I never sit at my desk anymore. I'm not in here much anymore. I don't know. Used to work with someone that watched at least 2 movies a day. You can't imagine watching that much. That's my dream. I love watching movies, especially like a really good movie. Sometimes I wish I could just like erase the movie from my brain so that I could watch it again. Do you ever feel that way? Like, do you ever watch something and you're like, that was so good, and you're like, dang, I wish I could like erase the experience from my brain so that I could watch it, because it's never the same unless it's been years and years and years and you forget what the movie was. Like, if you forget all about the movie and then you watch it again and then you're like, oh, that's so good, I forgot all about it, that is so good. But other than that, like, if you've watched a movie and then you remember all the parts of it and then you watch it again, it's just not as good as if you watched it for the first time. At least in my opinion. Maybe not everyone feels that way, but I really love especially like thrillers and things like that. If you watch 2 movies a day, you would run out of good movies after the first week. I disagree. There's a lot of good movies. Okay, but to be fair, I am someone who is pretty easily, I enjoy things pretty easily. I don't, what's the word? Like, I don't know. I don't go into things with huge expectations. I try to appreciate it for what it is. And that's not to say that I never don't enjoy movies. There are definitely movies that I don't like, or movies that I think are kind of stupid, or movies that I just straight up have turned off because it was boring. But for the most part, I can enjoy a movie. I mean, I am kind of picky when I pick a movie usually. Like, I look at the ratings, I look at the, what the movie says, like the description. But overall, I don't know. I just like watching movies. So, you've only watched like 4. That's not enough for me. I need to like look at like a list of all the movies that have came out this year, and I'll tell you all the ones I've watched. Soul Swirl with the 20 on Twitter. Someone made a list saying the top unattractive hobbies for men are video games, collecting figurines, magic tricks, online trolling. I'll put it up again. Online trolling, gambling, model trains, taxidermy, comic book collecting, and bird watching. I feel like, first of all, thank you for the 20. Second of all, I feel like some of these are very different than others. Like, video games, cool. Collecting figurines, in my opinion, that's cool. I could see how someone wouldn't really care that much for it. But I think it's cool. Like, magic tricks? Like, I feel like that's like, I mean, obviously, if you like that, that's great. I could see how some people would be like, that's kind of like dorky, just because I feel like movies and TV shows always make it out to be so dorky. But unironically, if you're good at magic tricks, it's actually pretty cool. Like, if you can actually do the ones where, like, the videos where you'll see someone doing a magic trick and you're like really looking hard to see if you can figure out what they did. Like, if you're that good at it, I think it's pretty cool. I don't feel like online trolling counts as a hobby. I know it is people's hobbies. There's a lot of people who that's like their #1 hobby, but I feel like it shouldn't count as a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, that's so sad. I don't know. Good yawn. I know, right? Oh my goodness, I gotta drink more of my energy drink. Model trains? I mean, I just never thought about that before, but like, I think that's cool. I mean, if you like it, who am I to like knock it? You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, sorry. I need to sneeze, but it's like not coming out. My eyes are like tearing up. But I feel like if something isn't my hobby, it's kind of hard to like imagine it being a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not you. So let's say you like model trains. You're like super into model trains. I can't relate, so I don't really know what it's like to like them, but I know what it's like to like, I don't know, watching movies or makeup, which I know like a lot of you guys probably don't like makeup because a lot of you are guys and that's not really a masculine thing to like makeup. So like you probably can't understand, like, I don't know, like if I was to be like, oh, I love makeup, you'd be like, okay, that's kind of boring to me. but it doesn't make it a bad thing, you know? Although I will say these days, I don't wear makeup very much. I enjoy doing it, like I really do. When we go out, like if we go out for a nice dinner, I really enjoy getting put together, or like for church, I really like to get dressed up and like curl my hair and put makeup on and put on like a nice dress or something. Like it makes me feel good, and it's like fun. It's like genuinely like fun for me, but I just don't have time every day. Like honestly, like it takes a lot of time. Like I still like to get up and like get put together and, you know, do like skincare type stuff, and I do like to make sure my hair looks nice, because I feel like that's more of like just making myself look presentable. But when it comes to like putting like a full face of makeup on, I can't be doing that every day. Sometimes I think about the fact that when I was younger, I did wear makeup every single day, and also it took me much longer. Like now I can do makeup pretty quickly because I've just been doing it for so long. Like it's not hard to do makeup pretty fast. I can get it done really quick. But like I think about like when I was in high school, I wasn't going to school without makeup on. I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't go to Walmart without makeup on, because Lord forbid someone from my school see me at Walmart without makeup on. That was like mental illness though. And in college, same thing for like most of college. Like I wouldn't leave the house if I didn't have a full, and it wasn't just like some mascara and like some lip gloss. It was like a full face. I had to have foundation. I had to have concealer. I had to do bronzer and blush and eyeliner and mascara. Like I had to have everything. And if I didn't have a full face, as many women call it, a full beat of makeup on my face, I wouldn't leave the house. I can't fathom that now. Like, most days of the week, I wear makeup maybe once or twice. You must have really stood out at Walmart. Why is it called a beat? I think because it's supposed to be like you beat your face. Like, it's like, I beat my face. Were your eyebrows and lashes on fleek? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. No, when I was in middle school though, that was like when people would do like the block brows. Luckily, I never did them super bad. Like I knew some people who, if you don't know what I'm talking about, hold on, I gotta find a picture for you. Not of me. I don't have any. I never did them this bad. But I definitely did them. They were not cute. No, not block browser. This was like a thing. I think they're so ugly. I'm trying to get like a really... I'm gonna do like block brows 2015. Why is the only one I can... Okay. This is kind of it. Why won't it let me drag it? Oh wait, here it is. You might know what I'm talking about whenever I put it on the screen. This was like, a lot of girls did this. Like thick. I never did it like this. Thank the Lord, because this is so ugly. It was very common though to do like really dark, thick block brows. Or like this. Like these eyebrows. Imagine. This is so cursed. Hold on. It's me. It's like the Mona Lisa or something, or is that the Mona Lisa where people would like cut the eyes out? Anyways, can I do just the eyebrows? It's cursed. Anyways, that was block brows. Those were like really popular like 2015, 2016. But yeah, you do a full beat. If you look up like full beat, hold on. Full beat makeup 2016. Jeez. I mean, this is a little much. I don't think I did it. I don't think I did all this. I certainly wasn't this good at makeup in 2016. This is like a full beat, full glam, full beat. It's just basically a crap ton of makeup. You put a bunch of makeup on your face. Anyways, that's what, if you ever wanted to know what full beat was, this is like 2016 version though. Because if you didn't know, makeup changes over time. Like the trends. Looks like James Charles makeup, yes. Actually, he was definitely in some of the pictures when I was Googling it. He was in some of the photos. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely not like, nowadays, like very like natural makeup I feel like is more in. Like very like minimalistic, like almost like it looks like you're wearing no makeup. Like wearing no, they call it like no makeup makeup. Like wearing makeup, but you want it to look almost like you have no makeup or like you have minimal makeup on. But yeah, obviously there's different trends. I don't think it all looks terrible. I think it's also like time and place in my opinion. Like if you're going to like a really fancy event, I understand doing more of like a full face, like something more dramatic like that. But like going to Walmart, you definitely would stand out at the Walmart. Especially at our Walmart. Like, man, our Walmart, like, you know, people talk about Walmart people. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you ever heard of Walmart people? What? Wearing makeup to look like you're not wearing makeup? Yeah, like no makeup. Oh, and I'll show you. This is like a decent example. So like, she's no makeup on the left, makeup on the right, but she doesn't really like look like she's wearing makeup or like a lot of makeup. Like, if you didn't really know it was makeup, you might not know she's wearing makeup. You might just think that's how she looks. Does that make sense? Yes, Walmart people. There's a lot of Walmart people. My mom was telling me, oh my gosh, she went to Walmart. I think it was Walmart, or was it Target? It might have been Target. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, she went to the store. And she saw, and like in the town she was in, it is a little more liberal. But we're still in the South, like, you know, I don't know, I just don't expect to see things like this in public. I mean, I don't see things like this in public all the time, thank the Lord, but, you know, anyways, it catches your eye. So she was at the store, and she saw a grown man in a tutu. He was wearing like a tutu and like a dress with like a tutu. man in a like a little girl dress, like a tutu dress. Not get his ballerina on. That goes beyond like when I think of Walmart people, you know, I think of like you're wearing your pajamas, maybe you got holes in your pajamas, maybe you're like, no offense, maybe you're like 300, 400 pounds and your pajamas don't fit you correctly. Like that's what, and that's not great, you know? But a grown man, how did you find me? A grown man in like a tutu dress. Something shouldn't be normalized, yes. And see, that's the thing, right? Is like, I'm always like, you know, if you're not hurting anybody, you live your life. That man was hurting people. I didn't even see it and it hurt me. But unironically, like imagine you have a kid and you take your kid, let's say it was Walmart. I don't remember if it was Walmart or Target. Let's say it was Walmart. You take your kid to Walmart with you because you got to get some eggs. And you see a grown man. I don't know if he had a beard. Let's say he had a beard. Not that it really makes a difference. But let's say you have like a big grown man in like a little girl's like tutu type dress. Like with like a tutu, like frilly and pink. And not only do you have to see it, but your kid sees it. And then, you know, you want to raise a kid that's like a sweet kid. So you don't want your kid to just like scream and like, I don't know, make fun of someone. But at the same time, you don't want to teach your kid that this is normal. Like you don't want your kid to be a bully, but you also don't want to teach your kid that that's something that's like normal. So like, and you also don't want your kid to even have to see that. Because like, that's not fair to your kid to have to see this. And then you have to explain it to your kid. And your kid has to have this like weird situation with like a grown person. I think a tutu looks awful even on girls except during ballet. Yeah, it's not my look. Those used to be really popular with like emo, less like emo, but like scene kids, like scene culture. They'd wear like bright colored tutus on like with like skinny jeans. But I never thought it looked very good, to be honest with you. Definitely like ballet is pretty. That's a very specific look. But yeah, no, it was a very funny story when she told it to me. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, it's funny because you have to laugh because it's crazy, but then you think about it more and then it's not funny. And then it makes you like upset because this is like the reality that we live in, where like these things happen more and more and more, and it gets more and more normalized. And can you like imagine like one day it gets to a point where every time you go to Walmart you see a man in a dress? Because like right now, if it happens, hopefully it's like a, whoa, this is like really weird. But like, what if one day you go to Walmart and you just like, you see a man in a dress and you're like, you don't even bat your eyes. Like you don't, like it doesn't even like catch you off guard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're not even staring because it's so normal. And that's the future that I fear. I don't want that future. I'm gonna be so real with you. 50 years ago, that man would have been kicked out. Yeah. A small part of me is jealous just because of the airflow. Ew. I don't know, that makes me... I mean, I lived in San Francisco long enough I wouldn't bat an eye. I think I've mentioned my brother lived in San Francisco for a while, and the stories that he told me, I'm not surprised you say that. It sounded very scary out there. I would not want to live in San Francisco. No, thank you. Would a dress that is tasteful and fits him, like Scots and their kilts, be different to you? I don't consider kilts like... I don't consider it the same thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe some people do consider it like similar, but for me, I don't consider like a kilt the same as like wearing a dress. Because a kilt isn't a dress. Let me look up how short they are again. I don't think they're also not super short. They're like knee length. It's definitely also like a cultural thing. Like you wouldn't really see that in America. But I mean, every now and then you do. I will say I had a teacher that wore a kilt to school. Not all the time, but like occasionally, because he was like Scottish. And he would wear it like a couple times a year. It was like, and obviously the kids all thought it was like funny. We were like freshmen in high school. Everyone thought it was like kind of funny, but also like cool. And like he was a cool teacher, so like everyone just thought it was cool. We love you, Strawb from Brazil. I love my Brazilians. Let's go. Let's go, Brazil. Yeah, a kilt is cultural. That's how I feel. Like I feel like it's different when it's like cultural. And obviously it's also not, there's short kilts and great kilts. But I still don't feel like the short kilts are like super short, right? Like, I don't feel like the shortest kilts still aren't like, not like a mini skirt, right? Yeah. So a short kilt is knee length. I mean, I think that's like fine. Now, I wouldn't want to see a guy like in a mini skirt. But that's not what kilts are. You know what I mean? So it makes it a little better. Wifey, thank you so much for the membership for 8 months. God bless you as well. Great kilts are a bit longer and also goes around the torso. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with kilts, but I mean, I don't really have I don't really care about that much. They're worn without underwear traditionally. A mini skirt kilt is absurd. That's scary. Yeah, no thanks. Oh my goodness, chat. How did we even get to talking about mini skirt kilts? How did we get here? The bigger question is, how does my tweet have 10,000 likes? Talking about taking our rights away. Ugh. And people are like, I'm not joking. But I said it and I stand by it. I'm like, you know what? Whatever is supposed to happen will happen. God will make it, whatever is supposed to happen, happen. If I'm not supposed to have my rights anymore, so be it. I like my rights though, I can't lie. Is it so bad that I like having rights, chat? Do you hate me for having rights? No, that's also part of it though, right, Night Scholar? I'm like, that's not happening. Like, at least anytime soon. I'm not saying it would never happen. And obviously I'm joking about hating me, but like, I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. There would have to be like major things happen in the world and like in the US to get like women's vote taken away. Like, I mean, you can have your opinion about it and everything, and like that's fine. Like, if you think women genuinely shouldn't have the right to vote, or if you think it should be like a household thing, like, you know, that's fine. But like from a logistic standpoint, I don't foresee that happening unless like something catastrophic would have to happen. I'm not saying it would never happen, because obviously like you said, like looking at history and stuff, and like just the fact that like our country, it's old, but like it's not that old. You know what I mean? Like, in a few hundred years, like, who knows what could happen, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about, like, really soon. Like, I just don't foresee it happening unless something crazy was to happen. We would need, like, maybe another civil war or something. What do you think? Like, do you think that a civil war would cause it? Or, like, something else? I don't know. I feel like we would have to have something really crazy happen. Like it's not going to be like our current government. It's just like, okay, we're passing a law to have women's, you know, the right to vote taken away. Like, I don't feel like it would just happen like that. Like, it would have to be, like, something crazy big happening for that to happen. Like, Gilead. Like, I know that's the joke, right? Where women, like, dress up like they're in The Handmaid's Tale. Which is so stupid, but, like, unironically, I feel like that's what would actually, like, that would actually have to happen. Like, it's not I know there are people that think we are in Gilead right now. We are obviously not. I've seen The Handmaid's Tale. We're not living in The Handmaid's Tale, but, like, we would have to become living in The Handmaid's Tale. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be what had to happen to have women's, like, the right to vote taken away. If we had another civil war. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want civil war. I want everything to be peaceful and happy. But also there are obviously things that I really wish were different. Like abortion and stuff. It makes me disgusted to see laws passed for it. And yeah, I don't know. Things like that make me but then again, I think about, like, I was thinking about this earlier, and obviously that's something that a lot of women want. Like, a lot of women want abortion to be legal. This might be like a hot take from me. Not that part. That's obvious that a lot of women want abortion to be legal. But I feel like a lot of men, not all men, and I think a lot of you guys obviously not, but I do think there are a lot of men that want abortion to be legal too because they don't want to take care of a child. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of men would still want abortion to be legal because they would want a woman to get an abortion so they don't have to worry about raising a kid. And I agree, those are not men. However, I do think that there are a lot of guys that would feel that way. So it's not just women that want abortions. Of course, there are a lot of women that do because they don't want the responsibility themselves. But there are a lot of guys that don't want abortions, or they do want abortions because they don't want to have to deal with raising a kid. So, and I can't see especially super powerful men that are like, because I think, like, obviously when you're super high up in power, like you're super wealthy and rich and super successful, and like those are the men that, like, you know, they sleep with tons of different women. I feel like a lot of those men, they're obviously not very virtuous men, and those are the men that want access to abortion. So, like, they're not gonna want to get rid of abortion. Does that make sense? It'll probably help if people start seeing elective abortion as medically necessary ones. See, but I disagree that there are medically necessary ones. But that's like a whole separate conversation. Because, my opinion, like, I've seen people say, because obviously, like, a D&C is not an abortion, which some people get those mixed up. I'm not saying you are, but some people do. Like, if your child is already passed away inside of you and you need to remove the dead child, that's not an abortion. Even if the procedure looks similar, it's still not one. And then also, like, people will say, like, for the health of the mother. But the thing is, if you are far enough along to where you could, like, have an abortion, you could just deliver. Like, if the baby is viable, because obviously I think, like, the life of the mother matters, but I don't think you should intentionally kill the child. If you need to do something to help the mother, as long as your intention is not to kill the child, I think that's okay. And an ectopic pregnancy is also like totally different because, I mean, there's different kinds of ectopic pregnancies, and there are some, I believe, that actually technically can be viable. But there are some pregnancies that obviously they're not viable at all. Like, if the pregnancy is not viable, in my opinion, that's not the same thing. Like, if a baby was, like, in the fallopian tubes, like, if they attach in the fallopian tubes, oh, yeah, see what he said it, the baby will not survive. So, like, if you have to save the life of the mother, and you're not trying to kill the child, but that's the unfortunate consequence, then I think that that's okay. And I think an ectopic pregnancy is an example of that, because otherwise the mother would die. But I don't think it's the same thing. And yeah, they don't, that was my understanding. I don't want to speak incorrectly, because I'm not like a expert on this. I mean, I have looked into this a lot, but I'm not an expert on everything, obviously. But I did think that they don't categorize treatment for ectopic as an abortion. And in my opinion, I wouldn't consider it one, because I do think, like I said, if you're prioritizing the health of the mother, as long as your intention is not to harm the child, but if that unfortunately happens, that's different than if you are intentionally ending the life of a baby. But I've also seen, like, just the other day, because I see this a lot, because obviously if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know I talk about like pro-life stuff a lot. And I saw just the other day people were talking about like preeclampsia being a reason for a woman to get an abortion in the like second and third trimester even. But like the thing is, there are women, like I saw someone talking about like having an abortion at like 30 weeks, which is obviously really late to have one. However, they were saying it was because the mom has preeclampsia and so it's a threat to her life. You could deliver early. You don't have to kill the child. Because when you have an abortion that late anyways, like, the baby has to come through you either way, whether they come through you dead in pieces or they come through you alive. You are going to deliver a child. It's just the matter of the child being dead or alive. So if there is, and also like when you have preeclampsia, like from my understanding, you don't always, like it varies. Like you don't have to, like what the matter of like when you have it, usually doctors try to catch it before it gets to that point. But if you have it, you can stay in the hospital for a while and be monitored and then give birth whenever they think it's best for you and the baby. But you can have an early delivery. And if it's like an emergency where the mother's life is on the line, then of course I think you should save the mother. And if that requires an early delivery and unfortunately the baby passes away, then that's sad, but that would have to happen. You know what I mean? Because I don't think you should just let the mother die, obviously. But I don't think you should just kill the child and have an abortion when there's a chance that the child could survive an early delivery. Like there are babies who survive at the age of, I think the earliest one, it's like in the 20s. I don't know if it's like 23 or 24. Those are like really early ones. That's not super common, but I think it gets more common to survive around like 26, 27, 28, and then like basically the longer you get. Once you're in the 30s, the chances just keep going up the longer you can wait. And so sometimes people will even be admitted into a hospital, and you might stay at a hospital for months, because as long as the doctors are monitoring you, they're monitoring your blood pressure, they're monitoring all these things, you know, and then once they see that things are increasing and, you know, the mom needs to give birth, then obviously that needs to happen, because no one wants the mom to pass away, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyways, that's something that obviously I care a lot about, and I would love to see that not exist in the world. Do I have my husband's permission to speak? I don't need my husband's permission to speak, but yes, I do have my husband's permission. If I was to need it, I would have it. But I don't need it. So I'm actually like an independent girl boss. So wait, what's the phrase? It's like gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. That's literally me, if you didn't know. I'm literally a girl boss. So don't need no man. Slay queen. I'm an independent woman that don't need no man. Slay. Oh my gosh, that's so cringy. Soul Swirl, thank you for the 5. You're right, a lot of men also don't like that they don't have a choice in whether they become a parent or not, where a woman can choose to abort. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think that anyone should abort their baby. However, I think it's really sad, too, whenever a woman aborts a child and the dad obviously doesn't get a say in it. Which is another reason why you should have sex with someone that you're married to and that you're on the same page with when it comes to having a baby, because the last thing you would want is to have a, you know, get a woman pregnant and then you have a child, a son or a daughter, and then the woman who's carrying your child murders your child. I honestly, like, I can't imagine what it would be like as a man, like how helpless you would feel. That's like, and not only like, it's just like also, I mean, it's evil, but it's also like very, is emasculating the right word? Like, I mean, because you're a guy, and to have like no control at all in that situation of your own child, like that's just like, I mean, it's just evil. So that's really sad. But yeah, that's why it is pretty easy to not have a baby if you don't want to have a baby. Yeah, it's true. I mean, obviously there are always the unfortunate like 1-2% circumstances where, you know, it's against someone's will, which is awful and evil in its own right, but that still doesn't justify murdering an innocent human being. So Soul Swirl, thank you for the 2. I'm glad, you know, we're always here to talk about things and try and educate one another, and including myself. Educate yourself. I hate when people say that on Twitter or something. It's so cringy. But it's sometimes true. Emasculating is the correct usage. Yeah, it's just very sad. Female empowerment comes from Satan. Just like, okay. I don't think that's entirely true. I mean, I definitely think that a lot of feminism is toxic and bad for society, but I don't think like all of female empowerment is bad. I know that's like a hot take, but I do think it's okay to like love being a woman. Like there is like some positive female empowerment, like when it comes to like, you know, being a woman and like encouraging mothers and like encouraging like biological women to like love who they are and to want to have families and things like that, you know? And to acknowledge that like God made us also in his image. God didn't just make man in his image, he also made women in his image. And it's a beautiful thing. And I agree with like Night Scholar said, female empowerment is a good thing, but sin corrupts its true meaning. So it's not a bad thing for a woman to be empowered as a woman, but obviously there are like toxic things that can come in with that. And like I said, like there's a lot of feminism that is bad. I think there's some feminism that was good. So I think it just it's gone a little off the deep end. It's actually gone so off the deep end that there are apparently some feminists that are mad. Did you guys see the whole thing with what's that, Drew Adalo? What is her name? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's the woman on TikTok that's like really annoying. Afualo? Drew Afualo or something. She was getting canceled by women the other day. What the heck? Sea of Whiskey, oh my gosh. What did you do? What the heck? Wait, I can't scroll. Hold on, I have to wait a second for them to all go. Oh my gosh. 07's in the chat. Thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. Ayo. You're crazy. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Thank you so much. You're so kind. That's crazy. You get a membership, and you get a membership, and you get a membership. We're like Oprah. Does Oprah even still have a show? Does Oprah still have a TV show? Does Oprah still have a show? That was like the #1. She does not still have a show. It ended in 2011? Wait, that was a long time ago. I thought like maybe she didn't still have a show, but like that it ended like maybe a few years ago or something. It ended in 2011? She doesn't have... She still is active on media. She hosts specials, book club discussions, and audio content like the Oprah podcast. She has a podcast. She got a podcast. On the podcast. That's crazy. Thank you again, Sea of Whiskey. You're actually wild. Oh, The View. Oprah's not on The View. Are you thinking of... Hold on. Are you thinking of Whoopi Goldberg? The different black woman. I gotta tell Rob that later. That's funny. It's an Oprah on The View. That's funny. Sorry, that made me laugh. Anyways, that's awful. Don't admit that in my chat. Okay. Anyways, I was talking about Drew. The Drew Afualo girl, but basically she was getting like canceled by other feminists because it was an old clip from like I think a year ago where she was on some podcast and they were talking about trans people, and they had said that trans women had a more beautiful understanding of womanhood than biological women, or as they refer to us, cis women. But they were saying like, yeah, I think trans women have a more beautiful understanding of womanhood because theirs is better than a cis woman's, and there were other like literal like leftist like women that were like, no, don't say that. That's getting to be too much. So even the other liberals were upset at that point. It's like, can you guys not see? Can you guys not see what's happening? Where this is all headed? We can't even define what a woman is. Like, things are not headed in the right direction, guys. Things are not headed in the right direction. It's not good. Eddie, thank you so much for the membership for 4 months. I greatly appreciate it. It's good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Cisco. Hey, yo. Some more 07s in the chat. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. It's okay if you laughed out loud. I was also laughing out loud. Hello. That's crazy. Thank you, guys. A woman is someone that can be a white mage in Final Fantasy. I've never played Final Fantasy. Yeah, we're being like crazy. Sea of Whiskey did 50, and then Cisco did 10. Chat is popping off. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it. Then again, no one deserves anything really. But I appreciate it. I don't know, this guy is just like saying random weird things in my chat. Dude, stop being weird. Stop talking about weird things. You're going to get banned eventually. I'm trying to be nice. Dodge, let's go. It do be like that, huh? I wish I could pick who gets a membership. I don't understand why they don't do that, because they have that on Twitch. Maybe they think that it's too obvious that they'd be copying Twitch, but I feel like that's a very basic function they should have. To be able to, like, let you pick. You know. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's not make abortion jokes, chat. I don't find that funny. Bad chat. Can only do one cancelable thing at a time. You guys, I was like off of Twitter for a while. That was a good while. That was a nice time. Twitter is like a drug. It's bad for you. It's toxic. You shouldn't do it. But you get and you're sober from it for a while, and it's like, wow, life is good. And then you get a taste. You get a taste. And it's intoxicating, and it sucks you back in. And that's basically Twitter, you know? That's basically Twitter. That's why it's called X. I still stand by the fact that X sounds like an adult entertainment website. I don't understand why he called it that. Like, that sounds like an adult entertainment website. It doesn't sound like Twitter. But whatever. I want to ask you about Asmongold's relationship, since I feel like you were in a similar boat dating your husband. What do you mean, Yam, specifically about it? Like, what do you want to ask me about it specifically? I have seen that he's dating that girl. I'm pretty sure it's real, right? People at first were saying it wasn't real, but I think it is real. I mean, it seems real. He did name his Teslas after sex. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Night Scholar, I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays away, excuse me, from buying other platforms, because every time he buys something, well, I shouldn't say every time. I mean, the only experience I have is Twitter, but I feel like he bought Twitter and it became even worse in so many ways. You receiving hate just for dating someone? Oh, like you mean like she's receiving hate, or he's receiving hate, or I guess they're both probably receiving hate. Are they receiving a lot of hate? To be honest, my Twitter account, all I've seen is like stuff about Lindsay Clancy, and like that's it. That's really all I've seen the last few days. And then I see like religious stuff. That's really all I see on Twitter. And I have seen like them together, but like, have they been getting a lot of hate for being together? Like, why does anyone care? She posted pics on her Twitter. They're holding each other like a couple would. Yeah, I've seen the photos. And I've seen a few clips of them like on stream or something. I think they were like streaming together or something. Oh, does she do OnlyFans? She's not the good type of sex worker? What does that even mean? What? What is the good type? The kind that likes Hassan? Is that... No, the good type of sex worker, according to Hassan, are the girls in the brothels that he frequented. I guess that's the good kind. Mailer, thank you for the 2. X is an old business of Elon's. He merged them. I mean, it sounds like something he would, like, the title, like, it makes sense for him. But, interesting. Thank you. And Soul Swirl with the 2. X sounds like an edgy nickname. Yeah, I mean, he named one of his kids, like, a bunch of, like, letters like that. So, I guess that makes sense. The kind that will put up with him, exactly. That's the kind that he likes, I guess. I need to use Twitter less. Never can seem to stay away. I'll go through phases where I don't log on very much, and then I see things on Twitter and I just feel the need to open my big mouth, chat. It's a problem. I just feel a need to butt in to the conversation. Especially because I do have a pretty large audience on Twitter, and so I'm like, when I see everyone with takes that I just feel like are atrocious and I just want to like help push the narrative in the direction that I think is better. But then sometimes I have to be like, Strawb, it's not worth it. It's not worth what you're going to receive. Because sometimes I think things that even I know my audience isn't going to like. And I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth the drama of it all, you know? I have to try and pick and choose my battles. Not everything is worth, like, you know, talking about. Some things I do think is worth it. And some things is not worth it, but I do it anyways. So, you know. You know what I mean? Strawb, your Twitter feed is made up of what you interact with? Well, yeah. And I interact with drama. And like talking about like pro-life stuff. That's usually most of what I interact with, and like religion stuff. So that's what I get. I get what I deserve. Just hit him with the bless your heart or God bless you. I don't want to because it sounds so passive aggressive. I try to be genuine when I say things like that. I don't want to like be the reason someone like hates religion any more than they already do, although I probably am sometimes. Not even for bad things that I do, but like, I don't know. Like, I could talk about how like abortion is bad and things like that, and I'm going to like push people away from religion because they don't like to hear those things, but I'm not going to stop speaking what I believe is true just because it could offend some people. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm gonna say what I believe is true, even if I am wrong, and I'm sure I'm wrong sometimes because I'm a person. Just like, I don't know, I saw people like, and the thing too is, I just get so angry at certain things. Like, I see certain things on Twitter, and I get this feeling of, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Like, what's the word for when you're angry, but it's like it's like a justice thing? It's like, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word for it. Righteous anger? Is that the word for it? Yeah. Righteous anger. Like, I saw a dad make a post, and you can think it's performative. I mean, to a certain extent, I guess a lot of things on Twitter probably are performative because you're posting on Twitter to an audience and you're hoping people see your post and all that stuff, whatever. But a dad made a post with his kids, and he has 2 adopted kids and 1 biological daughter, and basically the 2 adopted kids are not white, and him and his wife are white. Their biological daughter is obviously white. And people are just going crazy. I mean, people were like analyzing this photo, saying they weren't touching the white daughter, they weren't hugging her in the photo, they're hugging the kids. The 2 adopted kids are also younger than the daughter. So I feel like that makes it a bit of a difference. Also, I just don't think it's always that deep. And then I saw people saying things like, you betrayed your race because they adopted kids that weren't white. Or that, like, because they were talking about in their post that they made their trust and will, and that one of the questions was about, like, you know, which children do you want to give your inheritance to? Do you want it to all go to your biological child? Do you want it to be split amongst all kids equally? Do you want your biological child to have more? And the dad was just like, I think that's wrong. I think that, you know, they're all my children. I want them to all get equal share. And people were like, that's so wrong. How dare you do that to your biological daughter? People were saying they were basically abusing their biological daughter, that it was clear she was abused and neglected. It was crazy. And I'm like, guys, there has to be, in fact, I know there is, more important things to get offended about than 2 Christian, they say they're Christians, parents and people adopting 2 kids that need a family. And you're upset because they're not white. Because they didn't adopt white kids. Why do you care? Actually, you know what? If you're so upset that they're white kids that wasn't adopted, why don't you go adopt them? Why don't you go and adopt them? It's just like, it's so ridiculous that you'd be upset that they adopted 2 innocent, sweet children that needed a family. Like, how can you look at kids, any kids, I don't care what their race is, how can you look at 2 little innocent children that need a family and be like, oh, they shouldn't have adopted you because you're not white? That's so disgusting, and I really hope that God opens your eyes if you feel that way, because that's just like sick. I really feel like that's so sick. That's not Christ-like. That's just disgusting. And if you have that much like hatred in your heart because someone else adopted kids that needed a family because they don't look the exact same, you need to check that. And that's how I feel. And so that's when I get on Twitter and I see these things and I get angry and upset and I'm like, man. They're talking about, I mean, people literally, they said, blah, blah, the dad is holding hands with the adopted kid, not his biological child. Says everything you need to know. These are wicked. This person called them wicked, satanic people who favor foreigners over their own flesh and blood. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? That's what you got from that post? That they are wicked, satanic people? How many children have you adopted? Like, come on. And again, I understand why people haven't adopted kids. I haven't adopted any kids, even though I've, you know, I would like to adopt a child one day. Me and Rev have actually talked about it. I just don't feel like we're at a place in our lives to do that because we're still pretty young. But like, I would think maybe when we get a bit older, I would maybe like to consider adopting a child. But like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me, honestly, to say things like that. And a lot of these people that are saying these things about it being like, they're like, you're wicked, you're satanic, these people claim to be Christians. And I'm like, how can you claim to be a Christian and be so, like, un-Christ-like? And again, I'm not going to say you're not a Christian because, like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable personally saying that about people. But I will say, like, your fruit is disgusting in this post because that's just so... Ugh. And someone somewhere is going to call me a liberal feminist for this take. And to that I say, okay. Okay. If being, like, I don't know, a loving person makes me a liberal feminist because I have, like, Christ's love in my heart for children that are also not white, like, dude, that says more about someone else than it does about me, in my opinion. I think that, you know, at the end of the day, we should just be happy that 2 kids were adopted. Like, they needed homes too. You know what I mean? My cousin and his wife got harassed on Instagram because he's brown, half white, half Mexican. She's white and got her pregnant. Dude, like, that's just so disgusting to me. I hate that stuff. Like, you would think... Well, feminists wouldn't say we said on X earlier. Oh, exactly. But to some people, if you don't agree with every single thing they ever say, then all of a sudden you're like... You're basically everything... You're like what they hate. You know what I mean? But no, it's like, that's so gross. Like, I thought we were over this whole, like, racial, like, mixing being... Like, again, if you don't want to do that, if that's not your thing, you're entitled to, like, what you want to do with your life. But to, like, harass other people for it, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. I wasn't even expecting to talk about this, but I definitely think that's actually crazy. But this just goes to show you, though, that it's not, like, as much as I definitely think, obviously, the left has issues, and I think a lot of our issues in society, like, stem from that, the right has a lot of issues, too, especially, like, the far right. Like, they got problems. Sorry. Some of you might be watching right now. I think you got some things you need to work through. And I say it with love. We all have things we need to work through. But, like, I definitely think that, like, racism is actually an issue. like it is. And I think for a long time, maybe it wasn't as much of an issue, but I feel like maybe certain things got worse and worse and worse to where it kind of pushed people to actually be racist when maybe they weren't as racist. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's a problem on all sides in different ways. And it's, yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like some of it I think is definitely probably a reaction, but it's a bad reaction. Like, and some people would say like, well, I deserve to have this reaction, blah, blah, blah. But I disagree. I know some people will disagree with me, but I feel like, you know, you should still be the bigger person. You should still do what's right, even whenever it's really hard. Christ doesn't want us to be racist. I'm not saying you have to go into a bad neighborhood and walk around where you know there's crime and take, you know, public transit where you know there's crime and there happens to be a lot of minorities there. Like, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I get not wanting to go into certain places or be around certain groups of people because you're afraid of bad things happening. But if you just like see a person and they're black, or you see a person and they're white and you immediately just hate them because of that, and that's it, that's wrong. And I don't think that that should be like a crazy concept. If you hate someone purely because of the color of their skin and nothing else, that's wrong. And I mean, I'm not going to apologize for feeling that way. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely think that there's a lot of racial division that's gotten worse and worse and worse. And a lot of it has been pushed on us by the left, but then, you know, both sides have not made it any better. And you can say, you know, well, like, again, like, they pushed us to this, but at the same time, I still think it's wrong, and I think that, I don't know, I'll never think that it's correct. If you are considered racist by virtue of being white, it probably makes it easier for some to embrace racism. No, it's true. It's true. I see why it happens. I just think it's wrong. Racism is at its core evil. To hate someone just because of the color of their skin, I believe that is evil and wrong. I can't believe that I would even have to say that. You know what I mean? And I hate even more, though, that I could say that and be afraid that somebody would, like, somehow misinterpret what I'm saying or somehow think that I'm, like, a crazy person for saying that. Like, you know, it should be, I feel like, very obvious that that's just wrong to hate someone because of the color of their skin. But, unfortunately, we live in a world where the common sense is not common. And that being said, I think you can be racist towards white people, which apparently is also something people think it does not exist. Which I think is also stupid, because I have seen it with my own eyes. You know? It's just crazy. Hello, Flushed. How are you? Common sense was never common. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. My lovely chat. One thing that's saddening is being told you're racist for being attracted to a certain race. I mean, I think everyone's allowed to have preferences, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of whether your preference is for your own race, for a different race, for whatever, for certain... Like, who cares? No one is entitled to date anyone. Like, you're entitled to have whatever kind of preferences you want. You like girls that are really thin. You like girls that are a little thicker. You like this. You like that. Like, you're allowed to have your preferences. No one should be, like, mad about you for having a preference, because I think that, like, again, like, no one is entitled to be liked in that way by you. Like, no one is entitled to romantic or whatever, like, attraction from you. So, who cares? If you offend someone because, like, they wish you liked them back, but you're not attracted to them, like, also, you quite literally cannot help being attracted to someone. Like, if you're attracted to, if you're not attracted to someone, you cannot help that. I guess that's a better way to put it. Like, if you look at someone and you're just like, you know, they're a nice person, I'm not attracted to them, you really can't help how you feel. So why should anyone, like, get mad at you for it? You know what I mean? I don't think Strawb would understand this reference, but racism is evil unless it's about Dorito bags being blue. Why do I feel like I've heard that before, about Dorito bags being blue? Isn't that just like Cool Ranch though? Yeah, Cool Ranch. I like Cool Ranch Doritos. I like Cool Ranch Doritos. I used to like those a lot when I was younger. I don't really like them as much these days, but I still like them. I feel like when I was in high school, I really liked Cool Ranch Doritos. Have you guys tried the new Naked Doritos? And they have them in like Cheetos and Doritos and maybe other things? I don't know, I got a box of like, you know the individual packaged chips you can get? Like the little mini, like 1 serving size chips? They have them in like the new Naked chips, which are basically just Doritos and Cheetos and stuff, but it has no dyes on them. They taste the exact same to me. Like, it tastes the same as the regular, it just doesn't have the dyes. So it's supposed to be better for you, which is good. Yippee, the protein ones are kind of good. I have not had the protein ones. I like girls that can cook. Based. I like to cook. I married someone who does not like to cook. Sometimes I wish he liked to cook. But, I mean, I like cooking most of the time. Sometimes I wish he liked to cook just because I would like to be in the kitchen with him more. Like, I think it would be fun to be in the kitchen together. And he will do things with me in the kitchen. Like, he will help and stuff sometimes. I don't know, I just think it's cute when people like cook together. And we do it sometimes, but he's just not big into cooking. But that's okay. We all have our things we like to do. You should teach him some cute and easy things. I mean, I taught him how to boil water. Unironically. I mean, I'm sure he could have figured it out on his own, but like, I taught him what a rolling boil was, what a simmer is, a while ago. Because before me, honestly, I mean, he could like, I guess like make scrambled eggs or like a grilled cheese, but like, he would just put things in the oven or in the microwave, you know? But like in the oven, like a frozen meal, probably. You know? But also before me, he would like not eat all day long. He might have a bag of protein chips, and then he would just have dinner. And his dinner would be like, I don't know. I honestly don't even know what all he would eat before he met me. Probably not very good. Probably just, I mean, he would just have like, from my understanding, he would just have a bunch of protein. He would like not eat all day, maybe have some protein chips or something. And then have like a big meal with like a bunch of protein at dinner. But like a frozen meal or like takeout. But he didn't cook for himself really. He has also been like my sous chef. He has chopped vegetables before. It's really cute to see him chop a vegetable. I don't know, it's just cute to see him do it because he doesn't ever really do it. So when he does do it, it's really cute to watch. Because he's like kind of unsure of himself, but he's like doing his best. And I just find it very cute and attractive. But most of the time, I cook, which I enjoy cooking. And if I ever really don't feel like cooking, he would just get us food. Like whether he goes and picks it up, or like we might DoorDash sometimes. He would never force me to cook if I didn't feel like it. That being said, I do push myself to do it even if I don't feel great, just because I don't want to eat out too much, especially when we do have groceries, because like the concept of letting food go bad makes me really upset. I don't like to waste food. You know, like you spend all this money on groceries and you don't want to like throw things away. Food is expensive. Like a package of ground beef is like, I don't even know, like $6-7. Oh my god, I did it again. No, chat. Stop. I like caught myself in the moment, like right after it happened. Why does this always happen to me? We were just talking about this the other day, that this always happens to me. I don't even know. Is this normal? Is it normal for people to say it this often, like, not even meaning to? Very common numbers. Like, I feel like I mean, obviously I never noticed it before because it wasn't a thing, but like, I catch myself doing it, and I always do it on streams. Like, I always do it on Rev streams, and his chat, it just starts laughing at me. And I promise, it is never intentional. I don't understand. Crazy. Did I join at the tail end of the stream? I probably am going to end stream soon just because Rev is going to be streaming soon. And I want to make sure he has plenty of time to stream because we are going to dinner later. So I want us to have plenty of time to go to dinner and enjoy ourselves. Although I still don't know what I'm going to get. Wanted to apologize for my aggression earlier. I have some personal demons to fight. Oh, no worries. I appreciate the apology. You're good. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because every time they hang out together, the people start screaming at them and waving their hands like crazy people. It's true. Make sure he eats his vegetables. He is not gonna eat his vegetables. He's not gonna eat his vegetables, chat. Enjoy your soup, though. Just kidding. He actually likes vegetables. He likes corn a lot, just like me, even though I guess corn is technically like a grain or something, I think. We like green beans. We like okra. I love okra. I had some fried okra the other day, which I know is technically not the best for you, but I like it. I like it. It's good. You know, they say that corn is not a vegetable, but it's on my vegetable plate when I get a vegetable plate from the Cracker Barrel. So who's laughing now? Who's laughing now, huh, chat? When I get my veggie plate. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the 5, Blue Ram. If you could have more than 5 fingers on a hand, would you pick 6 or 7? I missed one of your earlier super chats. Did I really? Oh my gosh, you're right, I did. I'm so sorry. It was in between all of Sea of Whiskey's gifted subs. I didn't see it. Thank you for the 5. Okay, I see. Thank you for the 10 as well. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I missed it. On break, I don't watch movies, but if I could rewatch something for the first time again, it would be this week's Bleach episode. Okay, nice. Seeing a woman die 5 times to defend her man was peak. Lizard. Wait. Where'd my lizard go? Oh. Here it is. How does that make you feel, chat? Yeah, Rev does it sparingly. This is where you get the good stuff. My stream is where you get the good stuff. Soulstorm, thank you for the 2. It's always great hanging out with you guys as well. I really appreciate you coming to stream today. It was a nice stream. And I am going to be wrapping up because, yeah, like I said, I want Rev to have plenty of time to stream. I know he wanted to stream soon. In fact, I don't know, is his waiting room already up? Let's see. If somehow one of you is under a rock. Oh, he's scheduled for 5 o'clock. Nice. Okay, we have a little more time then. A couple more minutes. If some of you guys were living under a rock, though, he is my husband. I am married to Rev. There's always at least like one person in my stream who's like, what? Huh? Rev? Like, the YouTube guy? And I'm like, yeah. I know, crazy. Does Rev watch your streams? No, he's usually working when I'm streaming. He's usually busy. So, I watch his streams though. I guess that makes me the simp, huh? That makes me the simp. I mean, he's definitely watched them before. Like, I'm not saying he never watches them, but I don't think he watches most of them. Your model should have a hand with a ring on it so you can flex. That's a good idea. It back. I was hoping I would get some comments like that. I just find that very funny. What? No way. We need a 10-page summary of how this happened. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Adds up. Oh my goodness. I keep seeing like sad things on Twitter. I wish Twitter could only show me happy things. One of my buddies was hanging out at my house last weekend and saw your standee, asked who you were, told him you were Rev's wife, and he was surprised. I don't think he watched Rev's live streams. Also, he watches his like YouTube channel, but not the live streams, so he didn't know. Yeah, because if you go to Rev's streams like at all often, you probably do know that he has a wife, or else you'd be like, who's this random woman talking? Which that does happen. He does get comments that's like, who's this lady? And I'm always like, hi. Or he'll get random comments sometimes of people being like, why are you letting a woman speak? Make this woman stop talking. I didn't come here to hear a woman talk. I'm like, okay, buddy. Dang. Dang. I'm glad you got my standee, though. That's cool. It's cute. When you two married, it felt like an insane YouTube crossover. Like, what? My fave drama tuber and ASMR artist are married? Yeah, it's pretty crazy, honestly. I can't lie. I understand people being like, what the heck? They're trolling. I think a lot of them are. I think some people are not. Not the Monday Showdown. We're doing Monday Showdown today, guys. It's going to be Ship Girls versus Fox Girls. And you can vote with your super chat message. Yeah, he didn't get to do Saturday or a Sunday Showdown. So we're doing a Monday Showdown. Did I see the AI? Oh wait, hold on, let me put it up on screen. I did see those. The AI bearded and buff Revs. Yeah, I was showing that to Rev last night and this morning. Yeah, because on Twitter I posted me and him went to I almost said Applebee's. We went to, oh my gosh, my brain is like not braining. We went to Texas Roadhouse, but like in the background of the photo you could see like his hand and his arms a little bit. And people were like, hey, yo, Rev has muscles? And I was like, someone was like, Rev isn't a twink. Which is funny because before I knew what Rev looked like also, I totally also probably thought I did think he was gonna be like a skinny, like twink kind of guy. Like I totally was like, yeah, he's probably like an e-boy looking guy. He's not. He's definitely like a strong guy with a beard and muscles. He goes to the gym. Like he's like a bro. I don't know, actually maybe a bro. Bro sounds kind of like a douchebag. He's not like that, but you know what I mean? Like he's a guy. He's a man. I know, I'm sorry for ruining everyone's... everyone cares a lot about immersion, so I'm really sorry for ruining your immersion. I don't care about immersion. I mean, I might care a little bit. I don't judge you if you care about it, but I judge you if you harass people over it. Although I know you guys are joking, obviously, about his immersion. If someone really thought he looked like his VTuber avatar, that would just be funny, though. He's definitely not a power lifter. He actually had to scale back. Well, he used to do like really, really, really heavy weights, but he was like hurting himself. Like I remember he told me like a while ago that he used to like, I forget the name of it. I think it's like a leg press or whatever, but he would do like really, really heavy weights, but his knees were hurting and he wasn't that old, but his knees were like giving him so much like trouble. And then he stopped doing the super, super heavy weights, just doing like, you know, still heavy, but not super heavy. And his knee pain went away. I was like, well. Oh, Huff and Puff, why is a woman speaking in my drama stream? Yeah, they don't want to hear a woman talk about drama. They just want to hear it from a guy. I'm so offended. But I'm a woman. Like, I'm supposed to like talking about drama, right? Like, come on. This is literally like our pastime as women to like talk about things. I try not to gossip. It's a nasty habit. It's definitely a woman thing. Not that men never do it, but it's definitely like it's like ingrained in our DNA or something. Yeah, Rev is not a tiny anime woman with glasses. I'm so sorry that you felt lied to and betrayed. Had to scale back on weights too, suffering from success. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do too much and hurt yourself. It's not worth just being able to say you did a really high weight if you're like actually causing pain to your body. And you don't want to like actually destroy your body when you're so young and healthy too, you know? Like it's not worth being like, oh yeah, I lift heavy. And it's like, yeah, I lift heavy, but I am in pain all the time and I'm actively like wearing down my healthy body, you know? You know? But yeah, I've been doing good. Don't you know we're tired of hearing women talking about drama. Now it's men's turn. Well, that's basically Rev's whole YouTube channel, you know? Everyone just wants to hear the man's perspective. I dig it. I get it. I enjoy hearing about it too. Even when I don't enjoy, even when I don't agree with him. Because believe it or not, we don't always have the same opinions all the time. Can you believe it? Well, going by a picture you or Rev posted, maybe it was the time you got married. He seemed to be a well-rounded build dude. Yeah, I posted a photo of us from our wedding. If you look in my media tab on Twitter in the photos, and scroll back a little bit. Hold on, see if I can find it. Here it is. Aw, these pictures are so cute. Oh, wrong one. Haha. Yes, he had a man bun. Don't hate, okay? He rocks it. I wish he would have had his hair down, but he didn't want it down. I get it. Ugh. It looks so good down. But that's just the woman in me. I don't know, man. I love seeing his hair down. Especially when it's like freshly washed and like it curls up a little bit. Ugh. He's so dreamy. But yeah. Aww. Thinking about our wedding makes me happy. It was such a beautiful... Oh no, he has a lot of hair. We both have a lot of hair. I have to clean our drains often. Dude, between his hair, my hair, his beard. Also, my hair is super long. Like, you really can't see it in this picture. My hair goes down to like... It goes down to like my butt. Yeah. I need to get it cut though, because I haven't gotten my hair cut in like... Has it been like 3 years? I think the last time I got a haircut was before my wedding. Yeah, I think that's the last time I got my haircut was like right before my wedding. Yeah, I think so. So it definitely like the ends are a little dead now. I probably need to get a good like 5 inches cut off so that it's like healthier again. But I like having long hair, so yeah, y'all have long hair. Does he have curly hair too? His isn't as curly as mine. Mine naturally is like super curly, but he does have like curly-ish hair. Like it's like more wavy for him, I feel like. I have pretty curly though hair. I wonder if I can find, hold on. Oh, here we go. You can see if I could find a photo of my natural hair. It looks pretty frizzy here. This is an older photo. But why does it always do this to me? Hold on. Here we go. It's really long though, so it weighs it down. But I have pretty curly, like natural hair. You like my Kuromi shirt? I spent so much of my childhood hating my hair because I just hated how curly and like frizzy it was, but now I really like it actually. I straighten it sometimes, I do, and I will curl it like with like actual curling irons, cause like my like hair curled is different than when it's like naturally curly. It's like a different kind of curl, obviously. Like this is natural, and this one is like, this is like with a curling iron. I have so many photos of my hair. Because I never post my face on Twitter, but I've posted my hair before. Anyways, I think this looks nice though. I do prefer this, I can't lie. I think it looks more like, I don't know, I feel like it looks prettier. But I like my natural hair now. I used to hate it though. But I've learned to embrace it as I've gotten older. I think it's good to embrace what you actually look like, because, you know, that's what you look like. Housewife Riz. I am a housewife. I love being a housewife. Peak. Is your hair black or dark brown? It's really dark brown. In the light, it looks a little lighter. Like in that natural photo, it looked a little lighter brown, but it's pretty dark brown in real life. I haven't dyed it in forever. I used to dye it black, like in not high school, in college. And then I was getting it like a dark brown a few years ago, but yeah, I haven't dyed my hair or cut it in like 3 years now almost. Cause it was probably like, I don't know, October? Or was it November? It was like either October or November of 2023 when I got my hair done last. I think it was like November. Because it was like right before our wedding. But anyways, I gotta go, chat. Because Rev is gonna stream soon. And I gotta go see him before he streams. But thank you. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm stretching. But anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for everything. You guys are the best. I'll see you again soon. I don't want to go so long without streaming again, so hopefully I'll stream in the next week or so you can look out for it. And yeah, enjoy Rev's stream. He is about to stream in like 12 minutes or something, and I might pop in on there for a little bit. So yeah. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. I think I said that already. And God bless you all. And God bless America. Bye.